Now we are on the third part of this material. I'd like to give you a heads up that there are 60 pages for this book. If you would see at the bottom, we are just on the 9th. We are aiming to finish 15 pages every session. So next session, I'm expecting you that you have read like 15 pages, just 15 pages, just go over it. Make your notes, make necessary. I will send this to you at the end of this session. So you would have a material for reference. See, before back in the schools, we would have our books. We would have to purchase, we would have to photocopy. But now, because it's all virtual, it's all virtual. It depends on you if you would have to, if you would like to print it. So you can just like write something on your paper. Otherwise, you can put it on your notes and just keep this virtually because this is virtual class. Now we have human resources. This is also part of your business plan. Human resources, you will not to have the final say on hiring key employees, but once your staff is on board, don't skip the chain of command and start managing employees who have supervisors. You will diminish the authority of your management team, increase turnover, and frustrate employees as owner roles. As owner's role in HR should include creating an organizational chart, discussing job description, and interviewing top-level candidates. Because we might be starting a very small companies for our own. So you might as well, you yourself as the owner could be also the HR. You would have to hire people that you trust. In your business, Riza, people that you trust, people that you know that can do the job. You need CAD, right? What do you call those people? Ano matawag sa kanila?
Draftsman?
Draftsman, yes. So yung may mga experience. So ano kailangan mo doon? You'll ask sample, di ba? Can I ask for some of your samples of your work? I want to, but in your back in your mind, I just want to make sure na alam ng tao na to yung gagawin niya. I want to see the samples. I want to see like an actual task that na nagawa na niya. Kasi kung magtuturuan pa tayo, hindi tayo kikita agad-agad. If we have to like do some trainings, I want the results as soon as possible. For Divine's case, someone probably na marunong magtahi, di ba? Or sabi ni Divine, it could be a family business with her children. Ilang anak mo bang you're planning to be in, to get involved dun sa boutique? Ha?
Malaki na eh. Lahat.
Ilan sila?
5.
Ang dami.
Kompleto na ang staff.
Lahat ba sila mag-i-involve doon sa business? Lahat sila magkakaroon ng role? Kasi yan yung organizational chart eh. CEO, founder, Divine. Sino yung ano mo, marketing, sino yung sales, sino yung ano. Kailangan mong lagyan ng pangalan yun at saka yun yung trabaho nila. Si ganitong anak, siya ang magpapasweldo, siya ang para sa accounting kasi may accounting background siya. Dito si anak na ganito, siya yung magbibigay ng operation, siya ang magtatao, siya ang mag-aano, 'di ba? Yung anak mo na hindi marunong mangupit. All right. So that's also your job, apparently. But of course, if you're a corporation, you would have to ask, like that's the HR's job. Human resources. Owners of a small business often hire employees. As the owner, you have to determine whether the business can support new hires, and if it can, you have to conduct the interview process by asking key questions and avoiding ill-advised and illegal questions. The owner decides on benefits of employees, provides benefit information and forms, fields employees' questions and complaints, and fires subordinate for any number of reasons. When you were asked the questions, okay, say for example, we were interviewed. Patricia, you there? Chat ko lang si Patricia ha.
Po? Ano po?
Okay. So I asked, let's pretend we're on a virtual interview. I asked Patricia her strength and weaknesses. Patricia, what's your answer?
Po?
What's your answer? What's your strength and weaknesses? Let's pretend you are in an interview.
My weaknesses po is my family.
How? Why is your family your weaknesses?
Yes po.
How? Chinat niya din yung sagot niya.
Ano po weaknesses niya?
That's true. You can say, often that you would be asked, what are your strengths and weaknesses? Di ba natanong na kayo ng ganyan, Riza, Divine? So how are we gonna answer that? Ano yung mga strength? I remember when I was younger, I was asked about my strength and weaknesses. When I was asked with my strength, I'm applying for a team leader position. I would say that I have great experience. I've done this job and that job. I have handled people. I know. I would match. I would remember because I read the requirements for the role. So I matched with that. I answered, and I matched with my experience. I have 10 years experience in customer service. I definitely know how to manage people to make sure that everyone in the operations are achieving their goals, yada, yada, yada. And then I was asked about my weakness. I would say my weakness, I remember not saying about my family, but I think my answer that time was my possible weakness is that if I get sick, um, I I I have allergies with poor answer because I remember I have allergy with paracetamol. I didn't know that since I was high school. Every time that I would get sick, I would take Biogesic. That's paracetamol. So what would happen is that I would get rashes all over my body, including my face. Like whole body, it's just rashes, like red little spots. I didn't know that since I was high school when I like get to talk to a doctor that this is what's happening every time that I'm taking this medicine. And then we have concluded that I am allergic with paracetamol. And that's true. Whenever I'm getting sick, I would only like take ibuprofen for the pain and all. And then true enough, I'm not getting any rashes. Yun pala yun. I could have, died for taking medicines that is, compromising my health. So my answer that time was, when I get probably sick, I think that's my weakness because I would do anything to get this job. I would do anything to do this role. So that's my answer to strengthening weaknesses. Well, I got the job because I think that's just the question is trying to ask you what could be your limitation and what things that you cannot do. So what would be your answer with that question, Divine? If your manager interviewed you and asked you what is your strength and weaknesses?
Actually, ang weakness ko is yung pag hindi ko nagawa ng maayos yung trabaho. Takot ako na yung ma-confront.
Confrontation. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, yes, yes.
that's my weakness. It's hard for me to handle that. Kasi
Mm.
mahirap sa akin yung minsan may ugali ako na hindi ko kaagad na-accept yung fault ko, which is if I did my best and then it is not enough or satisfactory sa boss, gano'n.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Maano ako, that's this, mabilis akong masaktan.
Yes, emotional. You could say be emotional. Would you hold grudges or parang
Yeah,
hold
in a while, but pero
you forget about it
lalo
in yes afterwards.
kasi pag sa ibang lahi, they don't mind. Tayo nagdadamdam tayo, pero sa kanila was na napagsalitaan ka ng hindi maganda. Maya-maya yan, papansin ka, nakakausapin ka ulit. Parang walang nangyari.
Oo. Pag Pilipino,
Pag Pilipino,
buong taon. Buong taon
yes.
walang pansinan. Riza, what are your strengths and weaknesses?
Hirap naman.
It is. It's a difficult question.
Oo, hirap ng tanong na yun. Kasi ang tagal na din na hindi ako natatanong.
Oo, 14 years.
Mahirap. Ako siguro yun nga, ako din pag nagkakamali naman. Mahirap mahirap. Hindi minsan nahirapan ako i-explain kung bakit.
Napapagalitan ka pa ba sa work mo given that you have worked there for 14 years?
Kasi different projects eh. So, depende sa project eh. Siyempre, pag bago yung project, meron pa ring time. Pero,
True.
hindi naman na ganun ka, dahil alam ko na rin naman yung ginagawa ko. Minsan, pag bago yung project manager, siyempre, sila yung may hindi alam. So,
Yes.
oo, minsan nahirapan akong i-explain minsan
Correct.
yung side ko. Pag
So that could be
nagkamali
your
minsan.
weakness, no?
Yeah.
We would have. So tatanungin niyo din yun sa mga employees, bilang kayo, magiging employer kayo, yun ang mga questions ninyo. What could be the set of questions that you should ask, di ba? What are your strengths and weaknesses? Why did you leave your previous company? What can you contribute with this team? So dapat ganun yung mga tanong nyo. Q&A. May Q&A kayo sa mga employees ninyo. That's important to ask for you to know them better kasi magkakatrabaho kayo. Gano'ng katagal ang isang contract? How long is a contract last? I mean, how long does it last? 2 years. Imagine, 2 years kayo magtitiisan dyan. So, because you'll buy them visa, if you're gonna put them here. But if your business is in the Philippines, because that's the manpower that you'll have, tama, Riza? What will be the contract they have? Would they have 13th month pay?
Parang, di ba yun? Mandatory sa Pilipinas?
Yeah,
Mandatory
because
ba yun?
Philippines yung mo. Yes, because ang base mo ay Philippines. Yeah. How would you compute your 13-month pay? What are the rules that you're gonna abide? Or is this just like a part-time thing? The contract, how does it look like? We'll tackle that. May mga sample contracts tayo dito. Yeah, so that could be your that for your human resource. Finance, limit your involvement in the area of finance to prepare annual forecasts and budgets. Reviewing monthly financial performance and conducting year-end audits. Patricia, can you read this for me, finance?
Finances limit your involvement in area of financials to preparing an annual forecast and budgets, reviewing monthly financial performance, and counting year-end audits. Let your accounting staff handle your day-to-day accounting, payroll, payables and receivables, and check writing. Always run your budget and production, especially those involving and check writing always run your budget. This income by an objective third party who has access to at least 1 year financial records. Work with a qualified tax attorney to ensure you only take allowable deduction and pay all of your taxes when they are due.
It's important for us to pay our tax. Virtually, I'll check how could that be, especially yung sa iyo, Riza, your manpower is based from the Philippines, but your licenses will be based here. Is that correct? Because you have to have license. Your clients are here. Is that correct? Your clients will be here, right? So your license, yeah, you have to think about that because your client base, you will get your clients here in UAE. And then of course, for you to operate, if I will be your client, I need to check the legalities. What if you weren't able to deliver the one that I'm requesting? Then that could be a problem. So your client base is here in the UAE, your manpower.
Sa Pilipinas lang kasi sa ano naman namin, may ano kasi kami sa Philippines. Sa Philippines lang sila meron. Depende kung magtatayo ka rin dito yung physically. Pero kung ibabato mo lang sa kanila, dapat sa Philippines lang.
Okay.
Yung
Let's do a little bit of research. Ano bang sample mo dyan? May basis ka dyan? Sino ang basis mo sa business na yan?
Ako, wala pa akong sample. Inaayos pa namin.
Correct. But that's a good, let's proceed with that sample ha. I mean with that business plan ha. I wanted to also get that. Magandang sample yan. Client base is here, clientele is in the UAE, manpower is in the Philippines. So which licenses do we have to produce? Which salary scheme are we are we gonna face it with? Ilan tao? Because it's part of it. Finance. So the taxes, di ba?
Taxes, kailangan may ano.
Taxes, baka maano ka.
May accountant yata dapat.
Yes, there are. Merong mga ano tayo. May invite tayo for that. Meron tayong partner na NAS daily accountant. I am in partnership with them. Magkakaroon sila ng ano dito. Mag-advise sila. Most likely sa financial part na yun, but this is just a brief overview. Yes, so dahil sa Bicol, ang business ni Divine, so what are the taxes that you have to pay? So sweldohan mo ba yung mga anak mo or allowance lang? Paano yung...
Sweldohan. Kasi hindi yan magsisipag magtrabaho.
Pero, di ba, mga anak, is it ideal for you to... Correct. Is it ideal for you to hire your children? Why would that be your basis?
Kasi syempre in the long run na pag nag-progress na naging successful yung business, kaya sila rin yung magpapatakbo. And I want them na para yung united pa rin sa ano na even though family nga which is kumbaga sa family business nandun yung conflict palagi. Pero
correct.
Pero kung may mga task naman sila na individual task or position or trabaho na dapat nila, I think
yes. Did you nakita niyo ba yung kay Wilma Dasent?
Oo.
People would be sometimes discouraging business owners to hire, not to hire the relative.
Ako
may
po,
audio.
si Wilmalyn Vicente Dasent. Yan po ang tunay na pangalan ko. Nakita talaga yung story. Yun na talaga yung single mother.
Oops. Wait. Ibang video na.
Big news today. We're launching the Lifestyle Trader Challenge 2022. What is that about? I'll tell you what it's about.
So their business is a
Chicks ni
restaurant.
Otit ng September 1, 2019. Sabi, halika.
And the people that are working for her are her children.
Di ba, pandemic, andito kami lahat,
Yes.
magkasama kami. Nung
Look
first
at
2
that.
weeks, okay ang saya. Pero nung 3 weeks, sandali, parang yung savings natin, depleting, ha? Nag-pandemic, wala akong trabaho, tapos yung gastos, mas malaki pala, ha? So, binuksan namin yung restaurant. Nag-offer kami ng online. So, deliver kami. Pinagtsagaan talaga namin. Talagang, Diyos ko, napakahirap pala mag-deliver. Sa totoo lang. Ang dami ko siguro nabanggang mga flower pot, mga niragasang mga island. Ang ninipis ng kalye.
Her business is a restaurant.
Welcome sa Chicks ni Otit. This is our 5-star karinderya. We are the first 5-star karinderya in the metro. Oh, taray! Say hi! Siya si Ate Ashana. Remove your mask, ate. Hi! Hello po. Hello po. Asa ba isang anak ko, yung taga-bus girl? Bus girl! Ito, si Svetlana. Remove your mask, say hi. Hi po. Yeah. Siya ang taga-bus. Minsan siya rin ang nagtatake ng mga orders dito. So, family business to, kaya dapat kami-kami lang nagtatrabaho. And then si Orion, my youngest. Si Orion, siya naman ang tagalagay ng baso, ng tubig, at ng yelo sa mga customers namin. Yan. Ako, taga-picture, taga-chika.
You get the
Since chicken
idea.
naman yung natin, yung special.
Family business siya. So, ganyan din siguro magiging setup ng business ni mo, Divine. All in the family are involved. Diba? May example ako lagi. Ang example ko, mga napapanood ko lang din sa YouTube, sa Facebook. Yun ang gagamit pag nagbabrowse ako ng Facebook. I get to find examples. All right. Finance, that's for finance, of course.
Mamaya, baby, tataog sa kanya yan. Ginaganon niya.
We got to be involved, okay? All right. We have customer service. Unless the business can support CSR, customer service representative, the responsibility of servicing people falls to the owner. Besides handling complaints and requests, customer involves troubleshooting, installation, training, and technical support depending on the product and service provided by the company. Earlier, how did you see Wilma Dasen? Was she able to try to talk to people? Di ba siya yung nag-aano doon? Siya daw yung customer service. And siya daw yung nag-marketing because siya yung nagpipicture. Because she owns the business. Instead of her hiring people, she asked her children to do the task. One of her kids is the cashier. One of her kids is doing the cleaning of the tables. Unless the business can support CSR. Oh, wait. Yeah, marketing. Patricia, read this for me.
Business must plan and implement marketing strategy. Effective marketing methods depend on the type of business you have. Some companies rely on print marketing materials such as pathology, brochures, and booklets. Advertise in 50% of booths. A trend show as an owner, you could find the networking works orders and you may join a business group or attend organizational meetings for your industrial.
Ang hina ng boses ni Patricia. All right, so that's for marketing. That's important for our business to have marketing, right? Because that will lead for brand awareness. You will be pushing your business to your potential market. What do you sell? What is your services? What could be your probable business? So for Riza's business, which is consultation, her business could probably for how can she build clientele? How are you gonna, who are your leads? Saan ka lalapit, Patricia? Who are your market? Ideally, potentially, where would you present your business? Riza.
For me, siguro marami kasing network yung asawa ko. Pwede through sa kanya. Ano rin kasi siya, president din siya ng UAP, chapter president dito. So marami siyang kilala din sa Pilipinas. Tapos dito din, marami siyang network sa mga nakatrabaho na niya. So nakailang
Yes.
company na rin siya. So meron naman may mga kilala naman na
Correct. Kung papagawa. Ano mang ginagawa niyo sa inyo ngayon, landscape, right?
sa kanya may kakilala lang kami na friend na yung mga kaibigan niya ng mga landscape architect na nagtayo ng sariling business dito. Tapos sa kanya naman
Ano tayo nila? Villa?
mga landscape talaga sila landscape, yung mga maliliit lang na project
Yes,
na landscape.
yes.
Tulad sa Hodariat, meron silang mga ginawa doon na mga part ng mga doon na sila nag-design. Tsaka dito sa
Correct.
gawing Electra, yung dito sa C-Star, nakita niyo yung mga yun yung mga ginawa nilang mga design. Ganon. Parang ganon din pero iba.
Yeah, I understand
depende kung ano
the
yung
landscaping
requirements.
Correct.
Yung requirements ng kliyente.
Kasi landscape yan, I get to also may mga nakainuman na rin ako mga ganyang trabaho. So meron silang part ng alam mo yung sa halaman, di ba? Type of
Lahat ng halaman.
Yes.
May pangalan.
Correct. May mga halaman na naglalast for certain weather, ano yung mga appropriate kind of plants to put na ano ko na yun. Tsaka yung design, yung sa AutoCAD, yung 3D, yung nakikita mo sa computer, yung how does it look at night, in the morning. Yeah, I get to see
mga
that.
ganun.
Architect nga yung mga ganyan trabaho. All right, so that's for marketing. You have to find your clients and how are you gonna how are you gonna convince them to avail for your services and for your products. So sino yung mga market ni Divine? What type of dresses are you gonna make? Are you gonna make for youth, for parents? Mananahi ka na rin ba ng uniform? Think about, dahil ang dami nyo, di ba? There will be a lot of you. So dapat ma-maximize mo yung service. Kailangan ba ng anak mo ng skills when it comes to pagtatabas, right? Because I myself, for example, I would be buying coat. Yung binibilhan ko dito sa blue jeans na brand, ang lalaki. So kailangan bawasan yung sa may laylayan, yung sa may arms, pati yung sa may dito, itatahian nila because it doesn't fit me. So pag nagbili ka ng clothes, you have to cater for those clients. So I have to wait like 2 hours for them to complete bago tahiin. Pero it's within the sa the amount. I purchased the coat for 100 dirhams. It comes with the tabas na. Like it would fit it would fit me na right after. Yeah. So probably you could add that service as well. Now we will delve in that sa part ng marketing, pero meron tayong marketing part. Don't worry. Resident technology expert. Few businesses can survive without cutting-edge technology. As the small business owner, you have to keep up with the innovative products on the market to remain competitive. You have to learn how to operate your computers and business software to keep track of orders and invoices, load new software and install upgrades. You might have to network multiple computers and link them to single printer. It also helps to make the repairs and copier, fax printer, or computers break down. Yes, you have to have like somehow an IT. Dapat may techie sa business ninyo. The computer links, emails, Wi-Fi, router, yung mga ganyan, pati POS, kailangan din pala yun, resibo. Kailangan yung sa pag mag-i-issue kayo ng resibo sa businesses nyo, for example, Patricia's a business, a coffee shop, kailangan may POS yan. Yung nag-i-issue ng resibo, yung nagkakaroon ng reports at the end of the week. Because you have to keep track at saka dapat legal ang inyong businesses. That's why we have to consider those system as well. Doon sa part ng internet, lahat tayo kailangan ng internet. Oh, 'di ba? Lahat ng businesses kailangan Internet of Things. Data para sa cellphone if you're taking orders. Say for example, yung coffee shop ni Patricia, kailangan ilagay niya siguro sa Talabat, Food Panda. Sa Pilipinas, Food Panda. Ano pa? Na-orderan sa atin? Food Panda lang yung naririnig ko eh. Grab. Di ba? Pwede ka din mag-order ata sa Grab sa Philippines. So, kailangan niya din makipag-partnership doon. So, may system sila doon nakikita ng order. Ay, naka-receive tayo ng order. We have to prepare it within 30 minutes. Ang layo ng mga locations sa Pilipinas. 30 minutes ang preparation, 30 minutes yung travel. Pagdating ng kape, malamig na. Wala nang yelo. Kunyari kung ito ay ice coffee. Next, sales. If you are not skilled at sales, it is important to work closely with sales director. Someone motivated primarily by commission might take shortcuts to selling and damage your brand. Keep control over how and where your sales team sells your product or service. Offering discounts to increase sales can make you look cheap, inferior, or desperate. Selling on your website through a big box or using fundraisers rather than putting your product in boutiques or high-end retailers might send wrong message to your target customers. It still depends on your target customers. What's important is that you get clients and you have regular customers. Of course, kapag may regular customers ka, that could be word of mouth. Uy, mas magaganda yung mga damit dito kina Divine, galing ng Dubai. Ano yun? Imported. Imported yung mga galing dito, di ba? Dahil ng Dubai. Pala galing din ng China lahat. Mga products na yan. Nag-touchdown lang sa Dubai. But you know what I'm talking about. What's important is that we got to sell everything. And then if you're not good at sales, find someone that can do that for you. Someone who have a good sales skill. Okay, we have a few more topics. I want you to, probably we could cut this discussions na.